DangerMan here with some 360 video. This is from Top Gun's annual Polar Bears and Penguins paintball event. It's a scenario event. It's an all-day event. And I have just entered the field after the Polar Bears have begun to push up a ridge beyond these fortified bunkers.
Hey! I want that bunker with the green stripes on it.
With the green stripes? Nah. Watch. You see the yellow?
Yeah. He's got a shot in on you? You got a shot in on you?
Yeah, that's why we tried, but he has a shot on it.
Okay.
And it's in an angle.
All right, I guess I'm going to have to take one of these fucking trees on the side here. Looks like they're shooting in on that, too. He's tight on that pallet, isn't he? Is he tight on that pallet?
Yeah, he's tight on the pallet. See the back?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to get on that. I'm thinking, how about one of these two trees here? But if he's that tight on that pallet, that means people are able to shoot in. Yeah. If I'm almost getting to him and that.
See, there's no cover here, man.
And the reason I threw that paint was to see just how far his paint could reach me.
You sure I can't play that green stripe real tight?
I'm gonna try. I'll cover you on your right.
Where are you going? I'm gonna try to get to that green stripes.
You let me know. I'll keep the guy down. But when you get there, make sure you
fucking yeah, man. I'll pancake in there.
Yeah, focus on him.
So if you can't tell, I'm standing here with some of the Blackhawks players.
Hey, front man! I need you to castle him for a minute so I can bump. Can you throw paint so I can bump?
Where at?
Say when.
Where? Where are you going?
Yes.
To the circular pallet to your right. The circular spindle to your right.
Time somebody goes in there, they get fucking peppered.
Are they shooting in or is it people just playing loose in there?
They're shooting in.
Alright, fuck it. Forget it.
And now you'd think that I'd give up on that pallet, but I really did want it, and eventually I'd get there. So I think that's one of the enjoyable things about this video you might get out of this, is that you're going to see where I want something.
What do you think? Can I get on that tree in front of you?
And inevitably I find a way to play out of it.
What do you think?
Now that's Aaron talking to me. He's one of my friends from Paintball Action Games in Newark, Delaware.
Hey man, it's better than standing here doing nothing. Alright, I'm going to come through your lane, Aaron. I'm going to come through your lane.
And right here I'm kind of shadow walking, or running in this case, up through this tree. I'm going to play a very narrow tree here for a while. And I'm going to get a lay of the land. I'm going to take a couple people out on the way. And if you're using the 360 to view around,
I will, but I'm playing tight for now. Hang on,
you're
dude. I see people looking in on me.
You're going to see that I'm going to want to bump over to the right. If you keep an eye on that bunker.
Right here.
You're going to see that's the one I want.
They got shots on me, but they can't get through the brush.
So consider that's what my mind is focused on while I'm playing off this position. I want to get to the right. And it's more of an interior, point position, like the player in front of me. I'm just a brawler. I mean, when I'm out in one of these games, I'm not really happy as a backman or a support player. I'm not saying I can't do that. I get more out of it if I'm up. Now, this game is being held at, again, it's at Top Gun. The field is across from Great Adventure Amusement Park. It's in Jackson, New Jersey. And if you haven't seen the prior video to this one, it's not a 360, it's the opening battle. It'll give you a better perspective of where we're at.
Got him, I don't know how, but I did.
And I'm playing on the Polar Bears side. And the first half of the day, the Polar Bears were working their way from the far side of the field towards the near side of the field. And what we've done here is we've effectively pushed this Penguins team back beyond the 50 or the middle of the field to about the 30 and the 20. I mean, we've really pushed them back. We inevitably start hassling them in the next video series that I put up here at their spawn. But right now, we're still pushing them back. I'm working off of 3 pods of paint. Now, because 360 video technology so far in editing software doesn't allow floating graphics,
all right, got him.
I'm having to do a little more talking and explaining things in-game than I normally would.
Oh, man.
The rig I'm working with today is, again, my axe with the Ripper body provided by Inception Designs. And you see those little waves on the manifold. That's the Ripper body. Using an R2 that's provided by Dye. They sent that out to me for review, and I'm still using it, and I love it. Took a little time to get used to the lid where it would raise itself up, and you can see that I'm leaving it up as opposed to compressing it down as I use paint. Now there's Aaron behind me asking me for some recon. Now, as I play this bunker, what I've decided to do is shoot in on this. But when I finally got there, I realized I had players supporting that my backside. Normally, when I'm in a bunker, I want to really keep a close eye on both sides. But being a scenario game, knowing that players are going to fill constantly, you're not going to lose players to attrition who can't fill. I knew my backside was a little safe here, so I made the conscious decision to play tight off this bunker into one side. That's why you're seeing me in this kind of tunnel vision type of scenario. Now, if you're new to paintball in general or scenario, check him is really the call when you want a referee to go check somebody. If you call for a paint check, it brings a ref to you. You don't say paint check for somebody that you're shooting at. Thankfully, there's a lot of refs here. Now, they did have guys who eventually, this field's wide enough, they were able to move up field to my side and start shooting in on me. And a little bit later here, you're going to see somebody actually put some paint on me that doesn't break. I get a break there.
Check him! Thank you! All right, he's out. He's gone.
And that was a long gun battle with that guy. I thought I hit him prior, but it's one of those things where if you can't get a ref to get on somebody, you just got to keep shooting.
Yo! You can take that yellow placard bunker in front of you! Yo! Yo!
So here's why I'm encouraging players to bump up on my right side.
Yo! Yo! You can bump to the next yellow! You can bump to the next yellow!
Getting back to my earlier point about the R2, the reason I don't compress that is because it's just pure laziness. I got so much going on in my mind. And I really should flatten it a little bit because if you're familiar with how I like to play, I like to minimize my profile in every aspect, whether it's from what I'm wearing to how I'm standing to what I'm shooting with. I want less is more.
What do you got over there? Are we pushing it all? Is it a stalemate?
So I'm checking in with Aaron and the guys.
I've got their front line gone. They got no front line over here. We got to push this.
So the two guys that were holding our side back on that right-hand side, I believe I got them out.
And the rectangular laydown.
Or at least I assisted in the matter. I don't want to make it sound like I did everything. I certainly didn't. It's a team effort here.
They got one prone. He's prone on the rectangular.
And prone, if you're not familiar with that term, means they're laying down. So I'm trying to explain that they got a guy in a wide, low bunker who's laying down. And he's actually laying down and he's pointing in my direction more, which is very important to understand because if he's laying down in one direction, he's not going to be able to get up or move back to the other side and shoot to the other side very easily. So if you're attacking that bunker, it'd be wise to attack it from the opposing side.
Oh, man. He's gone, he's gone, he's gone.
And these are the things that hopefully when you're communicating to teammates about, field position, they're able to compute on their own. I'm more of a tactical player than anything. If you haven't figured that out by now, that's why I provide these videos. I want people to get inside the head of a paintball player as opposed to just watch paint flying back and forth, trading paint with somebody who's the better shot. Well, I do believe I'm an accurate shooter. You couple that with some smart gameplay, and that's what elevates your game. This game is called Polar Bears and Penguins because it's played in the winter months. It's usually a January game towards the end of the month. And they try to set these games up in a time where they're not overlapping with playoff games, things like that. This is actually on a weekend where there's no NFL football, believe it or not. They sound strange, but everybody's got their priorities in life. Now you see I'm back off of this bunker now. I'm no longer tight. Why is that? Because
sneak one in there, pal.
We're now starting to remove the players that are immediately to the left and right who can shoot in, so therefore you move back off the bunker and you maximize your field of vision. You improve your field awareness and you start to shoot more downfield as opposed to side to side. A lot of referees on the field.
You can bump, you can bump. We move that guy out.
If you're at a scenario game, you're going to always see somewhere between 30 to 50 referees out on the field. Now this bunker here, oh my goodness, see how it's pointing more forward? I had to take my body and push it to kind of bring it, swing it around the tree to give me coverage.
Check him in the loader! Check him in the loader!
Players do this in speedball too when they're playing off of air bunkers. They kind of like lean their body into the bunkers and conform those bunkers to their body to give them as much coverage as possible as they're shooting out.
Loader! I need a ref on him! On a loader!
Now, this was frustrating right here. I'm calling for this check on this guy and I'm not getting it to the degree in which I want.
Check him on the loader!
Driving me nuts. Driving me nuts.
In the pallet! Yeah, him! Yeah, him!
But that's paintball.
Left one up, right there, right there! To your left! Shit!
Now, if you're swinging around on this 360 video, and I hope you've been doing that routinely, you can see how the team is moving up. And eventually, towards the end of this video, you see quite a number of them come up. Listen,
Check him on the loader!
this wasn't us just squashing the Penguins. The Penguins were down a number of men. In addition to that, again, the Polar Bear side, if you haven't watched the entire series here, they had one of the larger scenario teams, the Blackhawks, who I think are carrying at least 10 to 12 players as a group. And when you have that many players playing as a tight-knit group, they really support each other quite well, and you're really able to punch through areas of the field effectively when you have a large contingent of players who are all on the same page and working together as a group to accomplish a common goal. Whereas when you have a scenario game where there's nothing but walk-ons out there, it's really hard to get people to collectively come to the same agreement in terms of how they're going to make a move.
Check this guy behind you in the loader! In the loader! Thank you! Yes!
So with those things in place,
Pallet, to your left!
it made it very easy for the Polar Bears here to maul the Penguins at this point in the day. I mean, you're down players. You have another team that's up players with some, really team-oriented groups out there. In addition to that, the Penguins, I think, had players just kind of walking off the field to go take a break, and that happens. But a little too many of them, and they really couldn't afford that in the front end of the day. Now, the second half of the day, the Penguins came back and actually scored more points than the Polar Bears because the Blackhawks and myself switched sides. However, it wasn't enough to make up the point difference, the differential that was accumulated in this first half of the day.
Paint check!
This is where I got some paint bounced all over me when I call for a check. Now, you've seen that paint on the lens. It's not a lot. It looks like a lot because, let's face it, it's on the lens. It's a little drop. But when I call the ref over here to check me...
Just anywhere here, check here. Just keep in mind, I had paint on me earlier from videotaping, so... Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure he was seeing fresh paint and not dry paint, so I don't want anybody to think I'm trying to make excuses. I mean, I got pounded with paint earlier, and it was dried, but... if a ref calls you out, you're going to walk off. You're not going to argue with him. But there you go. I called a paint check. And that's the other thing. I'm hoping that I'm demonstrating to some players who are new to the game to understand it's the fair thing to do. Somebody hits you and it bounces off you. If you don't see it, just call for a paint check and ask for a rep. I mean, the worst thing you could do is be walking around later thinking that you've accomplished all these great things and you've got this big, giant paint mark on the side of your body, and you've been playing for 10 minutes when somebody earned, a shot on you and got you out. You should have. It is important to put in the effort to make certain if somebody earned a shot on you to give it to them. Now here what I'm doing is I'm crossing over and I'm not switching hands because I'm very accurate when I still hold with my right hand. And I'm not sustaining any pressure, so I was just shooting people who are walking through my lane. And now I've kind of run low on paint, decided, you know what, we've made our move, we've pushed forward, I've got the whole team now coming up, as you can see. It's time for me to kind of let the other guys do their thing. So there you have it. I'm going to have more to come. I have some 4K video with some cool footage here from us actually being up on the spawn point of the opposing team. But at that point in the day, again, it's going to be after lunch. We've switched sides, and now I'll be on the Penguins in that video, shooting at the Polar Bears, not letting them out of their spawn. It was kind of a cool little paintball battle. So hopefully you'll check that out. Hopefully you enjoyed this. More to come. Peace.